as you know, our charter is a statewide charter. Anyone who lives or works in the state of Vermont can be a member of VSECU. And since we expanded that charter back in 2007, we've been progressively expanding our physical presence to the different and major regions of the state. And Bennington was an area that we wanted to be in. We had an opportunity to partner with a smaller credit union and PMH credit union that we ultimately merged into VSECU, and then subsequently, somewhat unrelated but opportunistically, about 6 months later, we're able to actually also merge in another smaller federal credit union in Bennington Eveready employees. And so it was really the need or the desire to be in Bennington to fulfill our statewide mission, and the opportunities presented to us by these two mergers to do it in a more meaningful way than perhaps we would have otherwise done it, or to do it sooner than we perhaps otherwise would have considered it. So we also had over 750 members here that were VSECU members, and we wanted to be able to serve those members with a physical location as well. All of our new branches don't have traditional teller stations per se. They do have the newest generation of ATMs, but they also have, and this branch in particular has the newest generation of what's called an ITM, an interactive teller machine, which is everything that the name would imply. You could go up to this machine, it looks just like an ATM machine, but it's got a video interface that'll connect you with a teller back in a centralized location, or perhaps even working from home, frankly. And at that machine, you're able to do anything and everything that you could be able to do at a teller station if you were in our Montpelier branch, for example. So if you need a cashier's check, they can cut you a cashier's check, they can check your identification, they can really do anything and everything. And so it's the continual advancement of technology, not because we don't want to see people or interact with them, actually because we want to see people and interact with them in more meaningful ways, not just in ways that process basic transactions. And so the path that we're down is to use latest technology to really provide our members the ultimate convenience on their terms, and free up our resources to really engage them in advice and counseling to really improve their lives and their financial well-being. The idea came from when we were looking, sometimes the best ideas happen by accident. And in this case, we were looking for space in Bennington to build a branch. Some of the spaces we were looking at were building lots in downtown Bennington, and Bennington has rules that encourage you or require you to actually have either fully second floors or second floor facades to fit in with the character of the rest of the downtown area. So we began thinking about what we would do with that second floor. I sit on the board of the Vermont Center for Emerging Technologies, and so I'm familiar with co-working spaces based on my interaction there and what's been done in Middlebury and what's been done in Burlington. So began reaching out to the community to see whether there was an interest in doing this. And really, as I said today, it was the community overwhelming support and really, rolled up their sleeves and just started getting to work that encouraged us to go ahead and make the investment to do it. But in a nutshell, the co-working space, we hope, will be sort of a nexus of new entrepreneurial activity in the Bennington region. We're simply providing the space, but the space is only one component. It's the networking that occurs amongst the participants. It's the programming that will be provided by organizations like Vermont Center for Emerging Technologies, the local colleges and universities, Small Business Development Center, and the whole litany of organizations that can be involved in that program.